But we live in a time when the radical left is presenting the American people with one false choice after another. Like lately, we've been hearing people say that we've got to choose between funding our police and funding our communities. The urging of the radical left, you've seen it. Some cities around the country are already starting to make that wrong choice. Minneapolis, it was just reported, has begun dismantling their police department. New York City's Mayor de Blasio has actually cut the NYPD's budget by about $1 billion. And I heard that just yesterday Joe Biden said that well-armed police, in his words, become the enemy. And he said that he would, quote, absolutely cut funding for law enforcement. So I want you to hear this directly from me. Under this president and this administration, we're not going to defund the police. Not now, not ever. We've backed the blue, I'm proud to report, by funding nearly 4,000 new police officer positions through the COPS program. And as the Deputy Attorney General just said, we've backed the blue by prosecuting violent crimes more than ever before, resulting in a historic decrease in crime to show for it. You've done the work on the thin blue line, and we're putting them away. Nobody hates bad cops more than good cops. And that's why this president's also backed the blue by signing an executive order that immediately provides law enforcement across the country with the resources that you need to improve training and accountability and to prevent bad cops from moving from one department to another. There's no excuse for what happened to George Floyd in Minneapolis, and justice will be served. But there's also no excuse for the rioting and looting and protests that turned violent that followed. I actually heard we've seen in recent days support for convicted cop killers here in the Philadelphia area. Well, burning churches is not protest. Tearing down statues is not free speech. And we're going to continue to stand with the freedom of speech and the freedom to peaceably assembly of every American, but we will join with you to stand against the rioters and the looters and the anarchists who would pull down our statues and try and destroy our communities. And this administration has been committed to safe and thriving communities for all Americans, including our minority communities and our African American communities, and our record proves it. Prior to the outset of this pandemic, your president cut taxes, rolled back regulations, unleashed American energy, fought for free and fair trade. We saw 7 million jobs created, and we saw the lowest unemployment ever recorded for African Americans and Hispanic Americans.